In this video, we will continue our discussion on the print function. The print function, if you remember, adds a new line by default after printing the output. So let's take an example here. So let's say I have two consecutive print statements. Then what we see here is after the first print statement is executed, that means we get good evening, the next print statement is shown on the next line. The output of the next print statement is shown on the next line. This is because the print function has an end parameter and it is set to the new line character beforehand. Remember, the print function has an end parameter and it is set to the new line character by default. And what we can do is we can change this default behavior by setting the end parameter to a different value. Now, how can we do that? Let's say I have something like this. So I print the first string, and along with that, I specify the end parameter. The print function is able to accept an end parameter. And let's say I give the end parameter as a string of 5 asterisks. And then I have a second print statement like I had in the previous case. And now if I execute this, you find that instead of having a new line character printed after printing good evening, this set of 5 asterisks as a string has been printed. This is because now I've modified the end parameter. I've modified the end parameter to include this collection of characters. And so what happens is after printing good evening, this collection of characters, which is given as a value to the end parameter, is printed, and then the string good day is printed. So you can play around with this. I'll give you another example. Let's say you can have different values for the end parameter for different print statements. So I can have something like, let's say, few hash symbols, and then I decide to print something else, something like good morning. And now if I execute it, you find that the first string, that is good evening, is printed, and whatever is given within the end parameter is printed. Then the next string, which is good day, is printed, followed by whatever is specified in the end parameter is printed, and then finally the third string is printed. So what happens is for every string, for every print function, the end parameter can take different values. And depending on the value that it takes, the string is printed after the value which the print statement is trying to print is displayed. So after printing good evening, after displaying good evening, whatever is enclosed within the end parameter is printed. After displaying good day, whatever is enclosed within the end parameter is printed. And let's say I do not give any value to the end parameter for the third case. For good morning, as you can see, I have not given any value for the end parameter. Then what will happen? By default, the new line character is printed after good morning, and we get good night on the next line. And we can also specify the new line character categorically. So we can say end equal to \n. So this is same as not having the end parameter at all. So specifying the end parameter with a new line value or not having the end parameter at all mean the same thing. So what you get is you get the new line character added. So if I print this, as you can see that after good night has been printed, the new line character, which is supplied as a value to the end parameter, is printed. And then finally, the last string, which is have a good day, is printed. So this is how we can play around with the end parameter to force changes to the way the print function behaves. I hope you found this video useful. Please like, share, and comment on this video, and I'll see you in the next one.